Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So this is E-Class 2018 E8, and I originally bought this 55-inch E8 LG OLED E-Class, which is all glass in. I originally bought it in 2018. I believe it was August. I believe it was August of 2018, and ever since 2018 I haven't had any issues with this TV. It worked flawlessly. Before this I had Q8FN, and then in 2018 I upgraded to this, and since 2018 I haven't had any issues. No retention on the screen, no burn-in, none of those things that people were telling me you need to worry about. It still looks as great as it did when I got it in 2018. And 2018, that's, let me see, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, about 4 years, 4.5 years ago. So 4.5 years ago, here I am and still am rocking this TV. And it still looks great. Now, granted, there's some features missing. You're missing, obviously, 120 hertz. You're missing HDMI 2.1. And the processor, it's not as powerful as the one on a C10, C1, C2. However, it's still OLED, and it still looks great, as you can see. Wonderful quality. So this whole myth, it is really a myth about burn-in. Yes, of course, OLED can have a burn-in if you are forcing it, if you're not being careful. Sure, of course. If you keep punching through cement, after 6 months, 12 months, you're gonna break through that cement eventually. So same thing with OLED. If you keep forcing that burn-in to happen, if you're not being careful, then it's gonna happen, of course. Now, the earlier televisions of OLED in 2015, 2016, when Ridley Scott and LG were, advertising it, the earlier generation of 6 series, B6, E6, Signature 6, E class, all of those models back then, they had a higher potential of getting a burn in, because they're like an entry level, like a first generation, I'm sorry, not the entry level, but a first generation of OLEDs. And those first generations of OLEDs, they had higher risk of getting that burn in, because they didn't have a pixel refresher like they do here. The pixel refresher, it's much better on these newest 8, 9, and 10 series, especially C1, C2. So the 2015, 2016 6 series of OLEDs back then from LG, sure, they had a much higher risk of that burn-in. But that's not the case here with 8 series, 9 series, 10 series, and this new reboot of C1, C2. Clearly here you can see it looks great. Beautiful colors, no issues, no problems, works great. Now, of course, like anything else, you have to take care of it. You have to take care of your equipment. Look at this. I still have my PlayStation 3. There it is. I still have it. And this is the original PlayStation 3 Fat that I've got since 2006. And it still works. It's still in great condition. But do you know why it's still in great condition? Because I took care of it. I still have my Q8FN QLED from 2017. It's in great condition. It still works. Do you know why it still works? Because I take care of it. I don't, screw around with my equipment. I take care of my equipment. This is common sense when it comes to anything. If you don't take care of something, it will break eventually. So anyway, just a quick, short little video. I just wanted to show you this so you guys can see That E8 OLED, after all these years, still looks great. No issues, no problems. Has a built-in Dolby Atmos, and Dolby Atmos built-in on these speakers are amazing here. As you can hear. So there you have it, guys. Don't worry about the burn-in. OLED, it's right now at the moment, it's the best television panel that you can get until we get micro LEDs as a new standard. But for right now, nothing can really beat OLED. No LCD television can achieve the level of contrast and detail in terms of color accuracy and contrast accuracy between white and black digital levels the way OLED can, because unlike LCD, liquid crystal display, LCD needs LED backlit behind it. And I know that they have this technology called full rail local dimming. There's these dimming zones to try to achieve this level of detail. That's impossible, guys. I don't care if you put 3,000, 4,000, even 60 or 100,000 local dimming zones. That light will still find a way to pass through. And you're never going to get that black levels the way the OLED does. So I'll listen. If you want to pay $5 to listen to some guy who used to wear a mask, who calls people's moms on the phone, if you want to believe that guy, that the QLEDs and LED and LCD type of televisions are the best and they can beat OLED, well, if that's what you want to believe, then go ahead and believe that guy. But me, I'm just here telling you the truth. This is not just the truth, but it's a fact. It's a fact. The only downside to OLED is it's not as bright. That's the one negative. They can't really reach that peak brightness the way LCD LED can. So that's the one advantage of the LCD LED, is the fact that they can, squeeze more peak brightness, which is great for the HDR. But you're never gonna achieve this type of level of detail with the LCD LED the way OLED does, and OLED does it perfectly. So I spoke about this throughout my 6,500 plus videos. Those videos are there. I feel like a broken record talking about this every single time. This is a fact. This is not something that I'm making up. This is a fact. You can look it up. So that's it. OLED still works great. Remember, OLED, it's not the brightest TV, but it's perfect for dark rooms, bedrooms, stuff like that, or living rooms where you dim the light a little bit. They are trying to brighten up these OLEDs. They're working on a technology to keep it brighter. I know the Samsung has the quantum dot OLED and all that, and they're working on it. See, even Samsung now, it's adapting to the OLED. You would think they would adapt to micro LEDs by now, right? You would think that they would adapt to micro LEDs, but they're adapting to OLED. Why? Because OLED, it's the best panel technology that you can get right now. It's not just me saying this, it's everyone in a AV community saying this. So I don't want to butcher this video any longer than it needs to be. This is my E8. I still have it. And then over here, I've got my C10. That's my C10. And this TV over here, that's a 75-inch Vizio 3D TV. And below me, which I'm still keeping it down here below me, covered by a towel or something. I have my Q8FN. I'm keeping it here. I don't want to use it. I want to preserve it, so no dust goes in there and all that. When I say a towel, I mean like a sheet, like a cloth sheet that's keeping it protected. Not a towel, but a specific kind of a sheet that's protecting my Q8FN from getting any kind of dust and stuff like that. I just don't know how you call that. There's a specific name for those types of cloths and sheets that you put on. It's not a towel, you know, but it looks like a towel. So I'm preserving that TV as well. I don't know, I might sell it, might give it to somebody, I don't know. But I'm preserving it so that way it's in good condition. So anyway, there you have it, guys. That's all I have for you. There's my E8 right here. As you can see, works great, no issues, no problems, no fuss, no muss. After 4.5 years, 4.5 years, and look at it. So hopefully after you finish watching this video, you will realize that don't worry about it. Buy yourself a C2 42-inch or C2 55-inch or C1 65-inch or C2 65-inch or whatever. Go out there, purchase yourself even a C10. If you can find a C10 for 55-inch, go for it, or 65-inch. Don't worry about the burn-in and all of that nonsense. Thank you for watching. Bye.